You are now locked into the Beyond the Hashtag podcast.
#BTHpod.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome back to another Beyond the Hashtag episode. I'm your host, Stevo, and I'm never alone these days, so I got my boy Daps with me, Counter Attack Podcast. Come on. I've been long fan of your podcast, bro. Like,
don't do
come into the live shows, bro. I was thinking on the way here, do you know how many people like I've even bucked at your live shows? Like, we're talking Jermaine Defoe, Akin Fenwa, Anton Ferdinand, Lau Taylor, Odin Wingy. I've been there, bro.
Simic,
Leo, yeah, bro. Like
Leo McKenzie.
Yeah. Like, this goes back time, like pre-COVID days, like probably even, it's a while back. So I appreciate having you on, Daps, as well. Like, good to see you.
Man, come on.
No, I appreciate you having you on. Guys, please continue subscribing, commenting on all the content, the TikTok, the Instagram. Been releasing a couple of different kind of TikToks recently. Like, I did one the other day talking about Ghanaian dads and like how, well, African dads in general. Obviously, I'm Ghanaian, but yeah, just how they'd be like, oh, I was better than Ronaldinho. I would have been better than Henry.
What's saying? Oh, I would have just take one shot and it entered the net. Even when I was playing, they used to call me Baby Net. You know Baby Jet? They used to call me Baby Net because of all the goals I used to score. And all these kind of things. So yeah, just kind of, we're all living the same life. So just kind of talking about all that kind of stuff. But also we kind of balance with the serious topics as well. So yeah, just making sure you're engaging with all our content as well. All our socials will be posted down below. But yeah, we are now in the middle of August. We are coming into the start of the new European season. I know some other leagues have been kicking off, but yeah, this week the Premier League season will be kicking off in anger. So we'll do a bit of chat about the season coming up and a bit of thoughts about what's going on. But we'll have a couple of intro questions just to begin with, because Daps is a football man. If you don't already know, I'll put all the Daps' socials and his work below. He's not only a player, but he's just a football guy in general. So you know your stuff.
I talk a lot of rubbish, guys. I don't know why people continue to still listen to me. But go on.
Nah, you're good, man. But yeah, opening question. This is a would you rather. This is all TikTok nonsense, to be honest. But would you rather score an own goal on your debut or get nutmegged by your ex's new man and he does the Isak celebration to you as he's running off?
You have to score an own goal. You know what it is? I could get over an own goal. Like, I score an own goal, I can still go and have a good game. We can still win. That one there. Nah, he's doing that.
He's doing that.
No.
Like, you're all eating grass and then he's...
No. That one there is a no.
Oh, it is. Yeah, no, that's crazy. Yeah, I think I'd be the same. I don't think I could deal with the embarrassment of, just imagine, like, I'm head down, he's all there, he's running to my ex in the crowd to celebrate. Nah, man. But a couple of people were in the comments saying, nah, like, I think they're so put off by scoring their own goal, like, they wouldn't. But like you said, you can rectify that. You can rectify that. The team can win and no one even cares.
I've seen Koscielny get sent off in his debut and then still going to have one of the best
careers. Yeah, facts. No, I agree. Second one, just a little icebreaker. Would you rather have no football in your life at all or no passport?
I'm Nigerian, no football. I'll find a way. I'll find a way.
Hey, the less said the better.
I'll find a way, man. I need football in my life.
Yeah, man. Facts. Yeah, I mean, when we're in this country, like...
But do you know what it is? Because I saw a question similar to that earlier on this week or something, and then really, like, because we're so used to having like football and playing football, watching football, like, we forget how much of a big part it plays. Like, you could be sitting there literally randomly and just be thinking, football, you know, like something to do with football. Imagine that just disappears. You can't have anything to do with that.
That's mad.
Like, even I was thinking, sorry to just keep talking.
Yeah, no, go on.
I was thinking during the Community Shield, how much I've actually just missed watching football. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, you know, because we know the gap is so small, and even if we had Club World Cup, whatever. But like, I was thinking those 3 o'clock kickoffs or 5:30 kickoffs when you're just watching.
Yeah, it's back to back multiple games. Yeah,
like, you don't like, what am I going to start doing? Watching cricket.
Test cricket and that even.
Yeah. We're not doing that.
No, Nah.
I need football.
Yeah, facts. And yeah, I'm similar to you. Like I think I try and kid myself every summer, especially the non-tournament summers that are I'm happy to take a break from football, especially we'll get onto Arsenal because me and Arsenal, it's love hate, but
Arsenal, right?
yeah, big Arsenal fan. So the love hate is real with Arsenal. So when they have a season like they had last year and like Liverpool the league, I'm just like, you know what? And we didn't do what we needed to do in the Champions League. I was like, I need the break from football. I was happy. I didn't really pay much attention to the Club World Cup until it got to the final. But then Community Shield is a very good reference because when that game like clicked in, I was like, no, I'm locked in now.
Right.
I'm back on the transfer news. I'm back seeing what we're gonna do this season. Like that was when my head really turned back into the season.
It's funny though because I say the same thing every year because I'm not one that watches out for transfers.
Yeah.
I'm always just like, we'll see where we're at the beginning of the season because if I get too locked into transfers,
It's long.
But then what I found myself doing is when I heard the whole Gyökeres thing happening and Noni, I'm just like, you can't help but, especially when you see some truth to it.
Yeah.
You can't help but get involved. And now I'm at the point now where I'm back to like with Eze.
Yeah.
I'm seeing that he might go to Tottenham. Now I'm just like, this is why I don't get invested. Do you know what I'm saying?
Because I'm ready to crash out, you know.
And what doesn't help, you got Fabrizio, you got Dave, like you got all of them putting all the stuff out.
Yeah.
Like it's like highs and lows. For me, I'm just like, look, when the transfer window ends, I'll see where we're at and then I can
comment on it.
Yeah, then I can comment. But doing all this like now, I'll be ready to lose my head if Eze goes to Tottenham. But then I just have to stay away from it and just see what happens.
until because you might not like I've got, and this is where group chats also don't help because I got some boys saying that no, it's calm, they're just doing it to push Arsenal in the right direction. Other men are saying what, like if Tottenham are showing interest, Arsenal are dilly dallying, so they're gonna get him. So I'm just like.
Yeah, listen, I can't.
I'll look into camera and say, Eze, if you go to Tottenham, anyway, actually no, it's not even about the play. I'll blame Arsenal. If Eze goes to Tottenham,
it'll be on Arsenal.
Arsenal, it's all on you. You dilly dallied the whole summer. The release clause was there. You had the bread to pay for him outside of the release clause. If you don't get him, curtains.
That's it.
It's a long day because that left wing or that attacking midfield position is just, it's not what we need, man.
Arsenal just need. Sorry, I've just
go.
Arsenal just need a more of a creative outlet. Even with Madueke, as much as I didn't want him, and the reason why I didn't want him was because I didn't want Madueke because I felt like there's better options. Or at the time, we hadn't signed Gyökeres. I'm like, why are we going so ham for Madueke and we haven't even done the Gyökeres? But the thing about Arsenal need someone who can create something out of nothing. Odegaard used to be that, but it's been coached out of him. The whole system is just whatever. And I'm hoping that he can get back to that. From what I saw, against who did we play? Bilbao
the other day. Yeah.
I'm like, okay, he's gone back to being director or whatever. But Eze has that like little bit of
just the magic.
And we need that. So if we don't get him, I don't need no more. I don't need any more players who are just robotic.
Yeah, system players.
System. I don't need any of that, man.
Yeah, facts. No, we need the creativity, the ingenuity. Someone who's like
ingenuity.
Someone who's just different. Like when the game's just silent and dull, they can just like nothing, like boom, like and then you win the game, or can do something, go past a couple of players, boom, give it to Gyökeres, he finishes it. Just so it's not always about them scoring the goal, but they'll do something different in the game. So yeah, Arsenal. Anyway, if we get into that, we'll be here all day. But might as well segue into a bit of a season preview in terms of the season as a whole, because I don't know about you, I'm a big football fan before I'm an Arsenal fan. I'm not gonna lie.
Me too. Yeah.
So like I love the game. I'll study football. I'll watch all the little player cams, the tunnel cams, all of that stuff. So I love the Premier League.
I think that's important in this day and age. I think now what you get are people who are a fan of people and the club, and then their whole watching football just becomes about their team. So that's why you get the hate watches now.
Yeah,
no, we will take part. we will take part in the hate watch, but then you can't even assess a game or players properly because of your love for or your hate for whatever.
Yeah.
See me, I'm a football man.
Yeah.
So like I can look at like Ekitike. I can look at someone like him and just be like, I like. I hate that he plays for Liverpool.
Yeah, but
I like.
You can appreciate. Yeah. I'll praise Tottenham. Like I'm an Arsenal fan, but you're if Tottenham are doing their thing, I'm going to praise them because I like football and I can enjoy what they're doing. And even on that, like I think Thomas Frank is going to do well for them, like as a gaffer. So they worry me this season as an Arsenal fan, but I can appreciate them as a football team, and I can see why they're going to try and get Eze, because obviously Maddison's got ACL now, so the space in the squad is just ready for him. So
I think it's going to be. I'm actually looking forward to this season. I think I can't remember the last time that the big boys were making the signings that they're making.
All of them as well, yeah.
Normally you get like one team does a big marquee signing. The others are strengthening their team, but one team does has a marquee signing. Whereas now you're looking at Liverpool, you're looking at Arsenal, you're looking at
City.
Like they're all buying and buying well. Then you've got the Tottenhams. You know, we're seeing Everton get Jack Grealish. You get what I'm saying? It's crazy. Even Man United, as bad as they were last year.
But look at their front three now.
Mbeumo, Sesko, Cunha.
Yeah.
And if they were to get Baleba, which I hope they don't get.
But even still, that elevates them even more. So. But it's interesting though, because then even when with all those signings, it'll be interesting to see in like, I don't know, 4 or 5 months time, how the teams all gel. Because one of the things that the big, I guess, media companies try and spin is that, is it going to be like a 5 or 6 team title race? The title race always comes down to 2, maybe 3 teams, but it's normally just 2, and because everyone ends up like kind of fading away because of either European competition or injuries or whatever. So I'm intrigued to when we get to December, January, and things start to really take shape, who's actually going to be in the proper title race.
I think it's going to be by December. I think my top 3 is going to be Liverpool, City, and Arsenal.
Okay.
Arsenal. The reason I put Arsenal there is because it's just Arsenal, and I don't think we're there yet where, unless he makes certain signings, I don't think we're there yet where we can match the heights that we have been seeing previously. Yeah. And also, like, we don't play as well anymore.
Nowhere near.
In terms
style of football has crashed.
We're not there. I say Liverpool because Liverpool are just, that firepower is a lot. Even though they will drop points more than last season, I'm 100% sure of that. And City, because it's just City. I can't see City having a season that they did last year. Do you know what I'm saying? And Pep is, he's made signings to freshen things up. He had to get rid of some of the older players. It's crazy because, Pep is, he's almost going away from his style, and he's creating a new style in terms of the players he's getting. And even today, I'm seeing that they might get Donnarumma.
Yeah, I know.
Bro, listen, it's like going to be a long season. Yeah, Watch should have won it when they had the chance.
Yeah, facts. Honestly, because last year, like, and Liverpool fans will hate me for saying this, but I didn't see Liverpool as being like that good. Like, especially when I watched them live. I watched, like, they came to the Emirates. I'm like, they're not, in terms of all the title winners that we've seen and everything. Like, Liverpool's title winning team. They were just better than everyone else. That's what you have to do to win the league. They were just better than everyone else. But if you pitch them against all the other previous kind of title winners, they're not going to be like up there.
If Arsenal played how they played the previous 2 seasons, we would have won. Do you get what I'm saying? But
it's impulse and coconuts, literally. So on that point then, because I was going to ask you title winners and top 4. So is that your title winners and top 4 in order? Liverpool, City, Arsenal, or do you need to revamp that for the final table?
I'm going to go Liverpool, Arsenal, City, and then
fourth place.
I'm going Tottenham.
You're in Tottenham. If Chelsea will miss out,
I think I'm gonna go Tottenham.
Actually, I don't even know if it's going to be a top 5 again this year, though, because obviously last year.
Okay, Tottenham and then Chelsea.
Either way, okay. Yeah, if it's the top 5, then obviously all of them get in.
I think Chelsea, it's the same thing I said. The reason why, it's not that Chelsea aren't good. I think when it gets down to it, like, football rules haven't changed. You need experienced players in your team, and Chelsea just don't have experienced players. They've got players with more experience than last year. Obviously, every year you gain more experience, but in order to get you over the line, you need those heads. So they don't have like a Jorginho anymore. What's that defender?
Centre backs.
Thiago Silva's gone. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, and they missed it. So as much as they got all the potential in the world, all the quality in the world, when it comes down to like trenches, the experienced heads weren't there to like really get them through. We're looking at Liverpool last year. Van Dijk is there, Robertson, Salah is there,
Alisson.
There. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, you've got that experience. Even Arsenal now, we had the Jorginhos. Jorginho he was. We've had like, I don't want to say his name. We had them man there. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, but you need experience.
And winning experience at the same time as well.
Look at Inter Milan getting to the final. Like,
just pure experience.
Man. So but that's why I say with Chelsea that you need that they're going to miss out on it. And the reason why I say that as well is in terms of getting 5th is because I just think Tottenham have bought really well. Tottenham have bought really well. A lot of it will depend on their injuries, of course, and whatnot. But if they can keep their team fit, Problem.
Be intrigued to see how they deal with Champions League at the same time as well. And fitness probably comes into that because you're going to play a lot of games, a lot of high level games. So, but anyway, I think as we said at the start, Thomas Frank as a manager, I rate him, his coaching style and everything. So yeah, that doesn't surprise me. In terms of my top five, similar to be honest, even though I still can't comprehend a world where Arsenal finished second 4 times in a row. That one is the one that's like, I'm like, if we win the title, we finish third. I can't envisage. I don't know if it's my heart trying to take over my head, but second 4 years in a row. Like, what does that do for us as a club?
It don't do anything for us. But the reason why I say that is because we can perform well enough to stay second.
I agree. But
the margins needed to
win the league
win the league are very fine, and we just always seem to fall short. And the reason why I think it's going to be even worse this season is because other teams have strengthened, number one. Number two, again, even though we've got our striker, as a team, we're just not quite there yet. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But the season might start and then, we just might hit crazy form and other teams, Man City still need to gel as well. City, Liverpool, as much as they're good, defensively, they're not looking as good as they were. So who knows?
And do you know what it is? It's more. I agree that our squad, especially our squad being relatively settled in terms of not that many players have left. So we're just kind of like adding, such a Gyökeres and Zubimendi. They're the real only starters that we've kind of added. But in terms of everyone else has added quite a lot to their team to try and improve. So I think that's why I think a lot of people are still keeping Arsenal in the title race. But I agree. The general feeling is that we haven't got enough to just really push us over the line, unless Arteta does something crazy, or again someone like Eze comes in to just like change the whole dynamic. But yeah, I think that's why the feeling is like no one can see the ceiling of Arsenal being broken past second. In my head, I think if I was to be a realist, I'd say we'll end up third, but then try and get one of the other cups, whether that's and I don't even want to put the Champions League thing out there because that's a whole nother thing in general. But I think we'll just end up landing on an FA Cup or a Carabao Cup just because Arteta needs to win a trophy. He has it in the bag, and then he might try to go again for the league. But
what's your top five?
As it currently stands, Liverpool, City, Arsenal. I still think Chelsea will do enough to get fourth, and then Spurs fifth. Yeah, so similar, but just a few in a different order. But yeah, I think Arsenal. That's what I'm saying. I think Arsenal's either they smash it and we actually win the league, or they just drop and try and focus on the other cups and then slip to third.
I hear it.
Yeah, so that's what I think. What I just mentioned earlier, Champions League. How much have you seen of like the other European teams? And basically, do you think anyone other than PSG will win?
I don't think PSG are going to win it. I think they've won it now, but there's only like whenever anyone feels like a team is going to walk,
they never
like the league or the cups competition. They never do outside of Real Madrid winning the Champions League however many times. They'll be there or thereabouts, but other teams will, because they're the current champions. People will look at that as the level and how to deal with that at the highest level. And if teams can manage to find a way to get better, and also as good as PSG were, they didn't look unbeatable.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Even against Arsenal, like they got problems. Do you get what I'm saying? And so we can't forget that. Like earlier on, Liverpool gave them.
Liverpool beat them at their
do you
place.
see what I'm saying? So Aston Villa, mate. So yeah, I don't think it's going to be them. But again, they're going to be there or thereabouts. Barcelona are going to be there. I think we're going to be there, of course. City, Liverpool. I don't know. It's going to be. It's going to be
when it hits that quarterfinal stage. I think it's going to be 8 proper teams.
Yeah,
like.
I think a lot of it will come down to what side of the
draw.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I think even with this whole new league format, the way like teams can get knocked out early, and then you can end up in a quarterfinal where it's 4 proper solid teams and then 4 like kind of average teams. So
I'll have to see how the teams like start the season. Yeah.
But even start the season. Look how PSG started the season, and then second half they just turned it all around last year. So probably it's one of them again. After December, after January, we kind of see how it lands. So yeah, that's Champions League. The other one was, this is an interesting one. Golden Boot in the Prem. Haaland. You think he's coming back now?
I'm going Haaland. I think if Haaland stays fit, he notches. Wait.
So we got contenders. I think we'd say obviously Haaland, Salah. I think Gyökeres by default just has to be there because I think he's just going to start enough games in a good team.
I think
Haaland.
I think Haaland.
That's probably
Salah.
the top three. Yeah, that's. I don't know who else.
I'm going Gyökeres.
Oh, Isak, depending on where he lands.
I don't think Isak.
Nah. Even if he goes Liverpool.
Even if he goes Liverpool, I don't think so. Yeah. I think if he goes to Liverpool, he'll score goals. But would he get... Because systems matter. Do you know what I'm saying? And how a team plays matters. Newcastle is ideal for him.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? To a certain extent, Liverpool's also ideal, but there's more emphasis on sharing with Liverpool.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm
Isak,
saying?
Newcastle is him.
Yeah, it's him. And so he'll score goals, 100%.
Yeah.
I don't know, especially in his first season, if he will get that goal, get that amount of goals.
Yeah.
But I'm not stressed about Gyökeres getting 20 goals.
Oh, in the Premier?
I'm not stressed about it. I think if Gyökeres does not get 20 goals, it's not because he's not good enough.
It's the team.
It's the
team. Or the system. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, like with strikers like Højlund, you can see why he's not getting 20 goals. No matter what team you're in, you're not getting 20 goals. Whereas Gyökeres, he's just a striker and he's just give him the ball there and he's only got one thing on his mind, scoring. I'm not worried about that.
Yeah.
So
yeah, no, I think we will create chances. I think people forget this. Like even though the style of football is not as good as it was maybe 2-3 years ago, we still create chances. And the problem was last season is that we didn't have that guy when it came down to it to just put the ball in the back of the net. So it's almost like if you repeat that, but you put Gyökeres there instead of Havertz or instead of Martinelli in certain angles and stuff, then like you said, he'll get the goals that he kind of needs to. But yeah, I think it'll be a genuine race for Golden Boot between the three of them, Haaland, Salah, and Gyökeres. And I think there is almost an argument to say the Golden Boot winner will end up in the league winning team, but then Haaland is the asterisk on that because that guy's just fake and he can score 30 goals and City wouldn't win the league just because.
Do you see what I'm saying? Yeah. So he's always going to get goals. City will always create chances. He's always going to be on the end of it, getting them scruffy goals and just penalties, whatever.
Yeah.
So the only thing I think about at times as well is the De Bruyne factor, but they have Shirky, and I'm sure Shirky would chip him with a few assists and stuff like that. But yeah.
You know, that's interesting you mentioned him because I was going to say who do you think is going to be like a standout like young player this season out of like, the guys who are coming up. There could be someone who's already been in the league or someone who's like kind of new to the league, but is there anyone you're looking at to be like, nah, this guy is like...
I'm trying to think of who people are.
So you got Liverpool. Liverpool got the two fullbacks. They're not really too young.
Kerkez, I like Kerkez a lot.
Yeah, Kerkez, yeah.
I don't think Frimpong. I think Frimpong is gonna.
I think he might get found out.
100%.
Yeah,
100%. I'm not even trying to. Yeah.
Arsenal still got Ranieri, Lewis Skelly, but it's not break up, but they're still going to be around.
Ranieri, I think he's gonna have a good season.
I think they're giving him more of the keys this season.
Yeah, I think he's gonna have a good season. I think when Dalman finally gets involved, he's gonna have a good second half of this to the season.
Chelsea have got just all the young players, so just take a pick
I'm trying to think.
out of them.
Yeah, Pedro's gonna have a good season. How old is Pedro?
I'm not sure, let me double check. But
I had someone in my head just now, man. I just totally forgot who it was. Oh yeah, I've got a good shout.
you got him.
So I tell you who I think gonna have a very good season.
João Pedro's 23, by the way.
23, cool. I tell you who I think gonna have a very good season. People are gonna think I'm crazy. Kusanov.
Yeah.
Kusanov, the
Man City. Oh, the one that came out in the first game was. Okay.
Yeah.
Go on, tell us why.
The reason why is because I've seen that he's got ability and stuff like that, and also Pep does not buy players who can't play football. That's number two. But there's something else which is it's not even like a football. It is footballing, but it don't make any sense. Pep buys defenders, and in their first season they're always rubbish, and then out of nowhere, or he don't use them, and then out of nowhere, they just become
elite.
this good defender.
Yeah.
So I feel like he's gonna be a good defender too.
Okay, that's a good shout. We'll watch that one coming through. And then last one, surprise package in the season. So that could be a player, could be a team, something that you think is gonna like just blow everyone away that no one really expects. Like it's kind of linked to a bit of a hot take, but
So I said
so it could be a Everton are gonna get in the European spaces. It won't happen, but yeah. Might happen.
Let me quickly look at the league table. Let me quickly remind myself of these teams. Please hold everybody.
Yeah, hold that thought. I think it's going to be a surprise.
I'm trying to think who's bought well this.
I can be guilty sometimes of not looking past the top 6 or the top 8, whatever you kind of call them. Okay, I've got one in terms of surprise package. They've surprised quite a few times, and I think they'll do it again. I think Brentford will have a very stable season. I think a lot of people think, oh, they've been raided, they're going to go down. I think they're going to do the Brighton thing, which is them as an institution.
I forgot about Brighton.
Yeah, them as an institution are well set up, and I think they'll just be stable mid-table again. So I think probably on a lot of previews and stuff people are watching, everyone's like, oh, Brentford, they're going to go down. They lost everyone. I just think like you see enough of them as a well-run club. So I think they'll just replace who they need to. Like manager's going to keep things stable. If he doesn't, then I think they'll bring someone else who can, and I just think they'll have a stable season. So,
do you know who I feel might be dangerously close to the relegation? They won't get relegated, but you know they're going to have a massive fall.
I feel like you're going to say West Ham, but I don't know. No, West Ham.
I think Bournemouth.
Okay.
The reason why I say that is because they're two centre backs.
Their whole back fours, three at the back.
Yeah. Like it's gone.
Yeah,
Not to say they won't replace them or haven't replaced them or whatever, but Kirkheads is really, really good.
Yeah.
And was like pivotal in the way that they played. Hoyson, really, really good.
Yeah.
But then for me, the biggest miss is Zabani.
He just gone.
He was the better centre back for me, and it's no coincidence that he's gone to PSG. And I tweeted the other day that I think he'll actually start for PSG as well. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think they will struggle to replace them, and then start leaking goals and whatever.
Yeah.
Plus they had Kepa. Kepa did well for them.
Yeah.
So you don't replace this 4 of the back 5, and things just aren't affected.
So moving on to a few other topics surrounding, I guess, the season kind of coming up, or a bit of news that's been going on recently. So have you been seeing these stories in socials about these like very, very young footballers like passing away? Like there's a lad at Charlton, and there's been a few others. I'm like, it's just been not even one that necessarily needs too much discussion, but it really just caught me the other day. I was like, I've definitely seen like 3 or 4 within the space of like a couple of months of like we're talking like less than 10 years old, like kind of players who are attached to football clubs kind of passing away, and I'm not necessarily sure the reasons, so I don't necessarily want to speculate, but it was just something that I was like quite like kind of triggered and quite like struck by, because it's something that I've never really seen too much before in all my kind of life watching football. So I don't know if you caught it, and if you had any kind of thoughts on it, or just firstly, like thoughts go out to the parents and the families and everything, but
I think it's just a reminder that life is just precious, man, and it's not just football. Even in like American football and basketball, I've been seeing like recently that people are just passing, and sometimes there's nothing to actually like really say on it. I think these things, not to sound insensitive, but these things happen, and you just got to just be thankful and just make sure that you're prayed up and make sure that you're doing the best you can to look after yourself, because tomorrow is never promised to anyone, man. And if it can happen to sports people who are at the peak of like fitness and stuff like that, it can happen to anyone, man. So prayers out to them, man.
100, man. And then next, so I guess feature more beyond the hashtag kind of lens on this next topic. So of course we do a lot of work to campaign for anti-discrimination and anti-racism, especially. It has been a big thing, especially in the football world. So I was kind of going through a couple of Kick It Out reports recently, and I've got quite close ties with like Troy Townsend and people in the game, and just looking at, I guess, the last year on like racism in football, discrimination in football. So I guess the report that Kick It Out released, I think it was last month, basically shows that the number of reports of abuse within football, so that covers racism, sexism, and many different angles of abuse, has gone up. So it's around, last season was 1,400 reports of abuse were kind of had across the game, well, English professional game, that is. So that's been rising year on year. So I think the year before was about just over 1,000. Year before that it was about 1,000, just under 1,000, etc., etc. So I think it more shows that there's more reporting of it, not necessarily that there's actually more happening. It just says that there's actually more cases of it being reported, rather than necessarily being able to tell whether more of it is actually happening or less of it is actually happening. But I think the main story kind of shows that people are actually taking more action, whether it's the fans themselves in the grounds or people in general in the football game are taking more of an interest and more of a an act within themselves to try and stop this abuse from happening. Like, I notice it at Arsenal sometimes when I go, they have like whether it's posters in the toilets or whether it's things on the seats to say like, yeah, if you hear any abuse or if you're subject to anything, then you can like text this number or like call this number. And I think just having like that kind of marketing like really helps people to be engaged and actually to kind of kick this kind of thing out of not just football but society and stuff in general. But we know football is somewhere where it's really emphasized more so.
Sorry, people that are looking.
Yeah,
I'm just fixing the mic. Sorry.
No, all good. So yeah, it just shows that people are really stepping up that kind of interest, but it doesn't necessarily mean that we're any closer to kind of eradicating this from football as a game. And I think it then also translates into what we've seen a lot of in recent years, which is like more online abuse. So stats I just mentioned were kind of across the board, online and in person, but the online abuse still like has like the majority of incidents and things being reported. And, we see footballers come out all the time sharing screenshots about rubbishness that's been sent to them and all these things. And I think Kick It Out kind of summarized it to say that they're basically trying to push for the Online Safety Act to be really implemented like within this country first of all, and hopefully globally, which is basically the law that forces companies to have policies of online safety so that they can actually they can have the policies in place, and then it actually makes them crack down on the things that are going on their platforms. And then if they don't, then Ofcom can then regulate them to say, you're not putting the policies in place, we have the right to try and shut you down and stuff. So I guess that's like, any thoughts on any of that?
I think it's becoming incredibly easy for people to just abuse, regardless of what type of abuse it is. And I think until there's real repercussions for people, like you see here and there, people, get face the consequences of whatever, but not enough. And I think if more people saw that, if more people saw that they could get in as much trouble as they can, or as they would, or as they should, it would deter a lot of people. I think as well, when you get not enough people actually really speaking out against it, it's also damaging to the like where you want to actually go to, man. So me personally, I know it's easy to just say turn a blind eye to it, and I'm talking mainly more to like Twitter and whatever, but you just have to just like continue to like educate people and hope that people are doing the same in like their homes. Do you know what I'm saying? Because we can go and kneel, we can put a poster up or whatever. If you're going home and it's okay for you to say certain things, then it means nothing. And do I feel like it will actually change? Probably not, because it's more of a societal thing as opposed to
it's not a football thing,
a football thing or a sport thing. So until changes are made in society, and some people's unconscious bias, if we're talking about racism, comes out, or if we're talking about sexual harassment or sexual abuse or domestic, no matter what it is, until people have actually done the work and actually changed themselves in society and individually, it's not gonna work.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
I know that sounds super pessimistic.
No, I'm of a similar mindset. And especially as someone who's like done massive work to campaign against like all these kind of things, but I've always said like I'm not confident based on the evidence that I've seen that any of this will change even in my lifetime. Right? Maybe not even like in my kids' lifetime, but that's because of my view on how I see society moving. But it's not to say that we should just stop and like just give up all hope, and then everyone just kind of goes back to living like in the barbaric way they have been. Like we do have to try and like edge towards like better ways of living in society, and all the things that you mentioned, the education, the calling out people, and just all the kind of things that we should do to really enforce like anti-discrimination. But the way society is and how easy, especially with social media, is to get at people, no matter how far or near they are to you, I think, and basically the lack of care from the people that matter, the companies, the people at the top, like they've shown the lack of care because they don't put their money where their mouth is to stop these kind of things. If anything, they probably perpetuate it by allowing people to kind of do that. That's kind of where I see society at the moment. So,
yeah, man. Until people really, do you know what it is? People say they really want to make change, but they don't really back it. And there are things that they can do to stop certain things, or to what's the word I'm looking for? When you
Eradicate?
put people off.
Deter.
To deter people, but they're not doing it. It's probably not in their best interest at the same time. So, but yeah, until they're ready to act on it, things probably won't change.
Yeah. No, I hear it. But anyway, we always going to big up the good work that Kick It Out specifically are doing. People like Troy Townsend, people like Anton, like all these kind of people in the game who are doing amazing work. They're going to academies, they're going to schools, like doing like amazing programs to educate the next generation on how they should behave, how they should like have a mindset to treat people in the good way. So absolutely continue to big up the work that they're doing, and we'll continue to showcase that and even like talk to these people to really promote the work that they are doing. But yeah, kind of a message to listeners, to followers, to just continue to like take the care with one another, and to actually again speak out if you know that something is wrong, and not kind of have the fear that that you're going to be like judged in a particular way, because if you're doing something that's right for society, then the people who are right in society will also support you. So.
This is it. Yeah. Big up, and also big you up, man. Like you've been putting in the work, man. You stay consistent. Yeah. You know your love for sport and all things black. Can I say that?
Yeah.
And all things black is admirable, and you don't just you don't just say it, like you legit back it. Like you've come to my show. My first show was 2017, 2018, my first show, and you've been there every single one. So thank you, man, and continue to do your work, man. And I've enjoyed this, man.
No, I appreciate it.
If I don't go on podcasts, I don't know if you don't see me on people's pod, but when you ask me, I was like, yeah, man, that's straight.
No, I appreciate it, man. And yeah, that's something, again, my brand that I always do is, when I see people who are like doing something that's very organic and very just natural, but it's good content. So honestly, like if you weren't putting out good content, I'd have probably a limit on how much. There's only some people I can back for so long, but I'm like, if the content is really not that good, like I'm gonna stop after a while. But in general, like I always try, especially where like black people specifically and have been like marginalized in certain aspects for so long. If they're trying to do something that's great, then I'll more than happily support it. Plus, if it's good content, I'll support even more if I actually mess with it. So yeah, big you up as well, man. It's been
man. Well, I've enjoyed this. Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you for having me. And yeah, guys, follow Daps Counterattack Podcast. Come on, all the YouTube, the socials will be there below. Daps doing all the interviews. Like I know they're still coming back this season.
We're coming back this season.
Promote your thing.
Listen,
man.
So obviously I've got a football podcast. Just football. We don't talk no dating topics. None of that. It's just football. You know, I get players on. I go abroad. You know, to get some content. You know, for whoever. And
are you doing anything for AFCON in Jan?
That's the hope.
Pending,
that's the plan. Got the MLS stuff going on.
Yeah.
You know, I'm obviously always with the Nigeria team when they go to camp. So I'm gonna be doing way more content. You know, I'm putting out something this week with the MLS. So. You know, the interviews are coming back. I've got a couple ones lined up. So just, follow me. And that's it.
Oh, nice. And engage as well. One thing I want to say to all the followers, people who are, whether in the YouTube or the social media, engage with the content that you see.
Trust me.
Likes are not what you think. Man. As content creators, we can say like it's about the comments, it's about the repost. That's what we need to kind of help big us up. So if you get a DM from any of us being like, just put out this video, give it a comment, give it a repost, please. Like it takes like 5 seconds of your time.
And do you know what I realized? I appreciate the comments, especially on like Instagram, or TikTok, whatever. The reason why I appreciate it is because it might just be one comment. You might see there's no comments there, but once you put one comment there, I've realized a lot more people just flock to them, start putting their comments in. I've had it where it's like, there's no comments on this. Someone leaves one comment and then there's an argument. There's an argument. I'm like, keep arguing away.
Keep talking. It's more engagement.
The algorithms are open.
It's facts. So please leave the comments. The comments are the main thing that we, even honestly, and actual comments, not everyday fire emojis, as one of my cousins always says. Like actually, just put like a word, I love this or whatever, and it really helps us with the engagement because the algorithms be choking us sometimes. So yeah, man. All right, big up everyone, and good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and I'll speak to you very soon. Bless.
#BTH Pod.